Got to be real.
Be real. Be real. Yo guys, what's going on? Okay, so listen, right? I'm gonna explain everything to you. Just listen to this video and I'm gonna make everything perfectly crystal clear for everyone, right? And explain to you guys who won this fight and everything. First of all, I told you so, right? Don't tell me I did not tell you so. I told you Canelo was gonna win this fight and I'm correct, okay? But I'm going to put on my tweets when I edit this video, and I'm going to put up the tweets I've been tweeting all night. And before the fight, I tweeted several things. One of the tweets that I said, yeah, well before the fight started, was Lara is not knocking Canelo out and he's not going to get a decision. So forget about it. Canelo is going to win one way or another. That's what I said, okay? So what does that mean? And just before the judges announced the scorecard, what else did I say? I said there will be Canelo will win by an extremely wide margin. What happened? One judge scored it for Lara, one judge scored it for Canelo, and you know the third judge, what happened? That judge scored it a wide ass margin. Why? You ridiculous, absolute foolish idiots. You think that a close fight like that is gonna go to Lara? You think a close fight where you can potentially score about, I'm not gonna lie, I think about 8 rounds to Canelo Alvarez, and I gave about 4 rounds to Lara, right? And do you know how I was scoring it? I was scoring it like this. I was thinking, okay, if a close round comes, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to score that round for Canelo. Why? Because the judges, right, are going to support the pay-per-view star, right? They're not going to give it to Lara with a pro-Mexican crowd. And not only that, right, with Canelo being the last pay-per-view star of Golden Boy, you think they're going to give a close fight like that to Lara? You ridiculous fools, right? But let's get into this. Did Lara actually win the fight? If this was that was a totally neutral board, take the politics out of it. If you guys all said, right, first of all, you guys said Lara is going to put on a boxing clinic against Saul Canelo Alvarez. I knew for a fact he ain't gonna put on no boxing clinic. I knew this was gonna be a close fight. I thought Canelo might potentially stop Lara, right? For you guys thinking that, you guys thought that Lara is gonna do what Mayweather did. Lara ain't no Mayweather. He got connected by Angulo several times, right? This is professional boxing, and in professional boxing, here's how you score a fight: clean, effective punches landed. I'm gonna tell you that first thing right here, right? Lara hit. There was about, I'd say about 4 or 5 flurries which Lara connected Canelo solid. But you know, whenever he landed a flurry, you know what Canelo did? Canelo went up to him and he smashed that body. Listen, would you rather take them shots off Erislandy Lara to the face or take them body shots off Canelo? I would rather take them shots off of Lara, because them Canelo body shots, he was putting some weight into them punches. He was bang! He was smashing Lara. Lara was going flying halfway across the ring. He wasn't using, that was not ring generalship, which is the next thing, right? The clean, effective punches landed, yeah, was by Canelo Alvarez. Potentially, Lara may have landed more, and if that was an amateur fight, he might have even won, right? But this is professional boxing. In professional boxing, when you score a fight, let me explain this, right? In professional boxing, when you score a fight, you score it on clean, effective punches landed, right? Even if there are some rounds, yeah, which you give to Lara, right? And say you give 7 rounds to Lara, landed the more clean, effective combinations, and popping Canelo's head back, which he did do, right? Who was the aggressor for 12 rounds? Not for 7, not for 10, not for 11. Who was the aggressor for 12 rounds? Mayweather Jr. versus Canelo is what you call ring generalship. Mayweather used ring generalship. Canelo Alvarez versus Mayweather. Canelo Alvarez versus Lara. Lara was jumping around that ring like a headless chicken. That wasn't lateral movement. That was not ring generalship. You guys are just sore because you picked Lara to win. And I told you guys Lara ain't going to win. You didn't listen, right? I told you Canelo is going to win this fight one way or another. Whether you feel that Lara got robbed, or whether you feel Canelo edged that fight, or whether you feel Canelo won that by a mileage, you guys should have known that Lara ain't going to win a decision here. So he had to win this decisively and put on a Cuban boxing clinic, which he didn't do, okay? Lara didn't put on no Cuban boxing clinic. Canelo Canelo was banging that body hard, mate, hard. Lara wobbled a few times in that fight. Canelo went BAM! And he just got straight back up like some Terminator. When Lara got hit with them body shots, there was times when he dropped in that fight, right? It might not have been off a punch. It could have been off a delayed reaction. It could have been off a slip. There was a time he was off balance as well. Let me tell you what that was. That was the body shots taking its toll. When a person starts tripping and dropping and like their movement starts deterring a little bit, that's body shots taking toll. And Canelo connected him hard, mate, hard. That guy is going to be pissing blood tonight, I'm telling you. But the thing is, yeah, so clean punches landed. Arguably, I give that to Canelo, right? The ring generalship, I give that to Canelo because Canelo was the one moving forward. Lara was just running here, running there. Canelo was banging him and Lara was going flying that way. Canelo was hitting this way, Lara was running that way. That wasn't ring generalship. Ring generalship here is where you use your footwork, control the ring, you make your opponent miss, counter punch him, boom, and you stand in the middle of the ring sometimes, fight inside the pocket, what Mayweather does. That was not ring generalship, okay? Now the third thing, right, because you gotta remember there's 3 criterias, yeah, which you're supposed to like pretty much score these almost equally, but the clean effective punches land is what most people seem to focus on. The aggressiveness. 12 rounds, Canelo Alvarez was aggressive, okay? That criteria, he won for 12 rounds. For 12 rounds, Canelo was the aggressor. At no point was Lara the aggressor. So there is no chance, right, that Lara ticked that criteria for even 1 round, okay? So based on that basis, mixing all them things in, I can make a very strong argument of why I scored it 8-4, right? There will be people there who can score that 9-3, right? There are people there that can score that shit. And you know what it is? It might seem a little bit ludicrous to you guys because I can understand if I was scoring this from a neutral standpoint, totally neutral, right? I'll tell you what I would have scored it. I'd have still got Canelo winning, but maybe about 7 rounds to Canelo. Maybe about 8 rounds to Canelo. But the thing is, yeah, I scored this 8 rounds to Canelo because at the end of the day, them close rounds, you have to give it to Canelo Alvarez because he's the pay-per-view star, you fools, you idiots. You really think they're going to give a close decision like that to Lara? You guys are sore. And the truth is, Canelo won the fight, whichever way you swing it. And Lara did not get robbed. A robbery, right? Because a robbery is where there's like 90% of people feel that Lara got robbed. 80-90% of people don't feel Lara got robbed, right? You're in the minority. There are numerous people who picked Lara to win this fight, right? On my Twitter, who are saying that Canelo edged the fight. Okay, so you know what it is? Stop being sore, right? You've got to accept it that Canelo won this fight. Whether it's because Lara got robbed, you should have known that. Whether it's because Canelo won because of aggressiveness, clean punches, whatever. Canelo won that fight, man. Canelo cut him with a left uppercut. The Canelo bruising that came up on his eye a little bit here, I think that was from a headbutt. At the end of the day, right, Canelo was hitting him and banging him everywhere around that ring. So you can't give this how can you give that fight to Lara? Come on, be realistic, be serious. How can you give this fight to Lara? And don't dislike this video because of what I'm saying, 'cause that's absolutely ridiculous, yeah? Be neutral, don't be biased, it's boxing. And you guys should have known, right, that a close fight in a close round, because this is round by round scoring. The close rounds, round 1 was a close round, and a lot of people, my Twitter felt Lara won that round. I scored it to Canelo. Do you know why? Because I knew the judges are not going to give that round to Lara. Do you get me? But then eventually, irrespective of whether I gave that round to Canelo or not, Canelo still won the fight, man. So, listen, don't be ridiculous. This isn't amateur boxing. This is pro boxing. Lara was throwing pity-patty punches. He didn't engage. He should have engaged more. I like Lara. I think he's an exceptional fighter. I think Canelo's an exceptional fighter. They're both warriors. You have to throw your hands up. You have to give it to Canelo because Canelo didn't throw away that fight, mate. He went out there and won that fight. Did Lara go out and win that fight? Did he go and say, right, I'm going to win this fight? And no, he didn't. Canelo won the fight. He's the one pushing the fight. He's the one who won it. And yeah, that's all I got to say. There's several aspects you guys should have known. And if you didn't, stupid asses, really. Come on, man. Come on, guys. I said all this before. Leave your comments in the section below. I told you my prediction Canelo's going to win the fight. And I told you what I told you was right. You know what I mean? Be Real TV. Subscribe. In a bit. Oh yeah, and follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/BeRealOnline, and on Twitter at Sham_Ayub, and make sure you subscribe, guys. You know, don't be sore, man. This was gonna happen in a bit.